what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Falling in love. You set my wheels in motion. I'm going crazy for you. Eyes blue like the ocean. I can see you want this too. Cause you've been looking at me all night, trying to figure me out. I just wanna let you know. And I ain't playing no games, baby, you won't change. I only want you. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love.
Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I can't believe it's November. It's so bizarre to be doing a live when it is dark outside. It's been so long since it was dark outside. I first and foremost want to say hi. I missed all of your beautiful faces. I'm so excited that we're all back together on a Tuesday. And what are your thoughts about daylight savings? Like, I thought we were done last year, and it's like it just keeps creeping up. And every year I feel like it dangles itself out there and it's gonna die, and then it's just back. Anyway, that's where I do enjoy having light in the morning. Like, that's nice to kind of wake up in the light, and I always go out for an early morning walk, so that's nice. But the 4 o'clock is just painful. It's just painful. And Emmy the cat, that was Emmy the song. Emmy the cat is also very unhappy about the fact that she's suddenly like, wait, why am I not being fed? I'm starving. I'm just starving. Let's see. We were having some technical difficulties with my mic, which we don't know why. We can't figure out. The tech guy is banging his head against the wall, but let me know if you're having any trouble hearing me. Tiffany, I was inspired by Cortagonist. Isn't that great? I did this a couple weeks ago, and I'm loving them. They're very fallish. So now I'm going to have to do a version for Thanksgiving, I think. I never paint my nails either. So I'm kind of enjoying it. I never wear jewelry when I'm writing either, just because like I get out of the vibe of it. It's dark all the time. I know, right? Kelly, your cat too? I'm telling you. All right. How's everybody else feeling? What else is new in your lives? We did a midweek getaway last week, and we went up to wine country. The tech guy took me to see Andy Grammer again. He was in town. And then we did the Taylor Swift candlelight tour, which, or candlelight concert. If you ever have a chance to do a candlelight concert, I highly recommend. They do everyone, like the Beatles, Coldplay, you name it. And they're all over the US. Watching Under the Covers. Give Nick kisses for me, Court. I don't know if you heard, but my nails are still there. That's the other thing, because usually they don't last long if I just paint them myself, but I actually had a manicure. So anyway, if you have a chance to go see one of the candlelight concerts, they're amazing. They're in different venues. This was at the Catholic church at San Francisco, or University of San Francisco, and it was just incredible. Anyway, so we took this 2-day trip, midweek getaway, and I'm working on a special surprise, so I have been writing around the clock. And we end up in San Francisco on the way home on Thursday. So this is 2 days after Halloween. This is November 2nd. The Christmas tree, like, it's all up. Like, Macy's is decked out. The ice rink is up in the square. Like, it is fully Christmas. You will not be surprised to hear that the tech guy was thrilled with this. But I think we've just become England now. Like, we just go straight from Halloween night to Christmas the next day. Is it true where you are? I want to know. I need to know. The candlelight concerts are incredible, Cherry. They hire like 4 local musicians, a quartet usually, and the quartet selects, I think, 8 or 9 pieces by whatever artist they're doing, and they set up. Maybe I didn't share it on Facebook. I shared it on Instagram, so I'll have to share it on Facebook. They set up just this beautiful display of candles, and then for the concert that we went to, they take Taylor's songs and they arrange them for instrumental music, and it was just absolutely stunning. So the entire church is just a sea of candles, and then you have the strings, and it made me just appreciate the music so much more too. It was a lovely setting. Yeah, it was great. Laura, they were decorating your town the morning after Halloween, right? Yeah, totally, exactly. Amy, Costco has Christmas up by September. Yes, we're all in. Chris, you were already decorating for Christmas. I won't hate you because you have a book coming out. I mean, you kind of have the perfect excuse because you have a whole Christmas theme in your writing, so you get a pass, I guess. I love that for me and the tech guy, right? Beach Bum. That's hilarious. That's why we got snow in October in Montana. Yeah. Well, if it's snowy, I feel like that's also the perfect excuse. It is pretty funny, because Starbucks rolled out their red cup. So, we're here in California and it's like palm trees and peppermint mochas. There's this little bit of a disconnect, but it's all good. All right. So among other things, we are going to talk about Ashland Mystery Fest. Before the live, I shared one of the photos of one of the clues. So I wrote an interactive mystery that involved Helen. I can share it all now because it's been solved. Helen is kidnapped. Oh, look at that. Tech guy's on it.
Ransom note.
This is the ransom note that everyone received at either the kickoff reception or they could go pick it up at Paddington and do it throughout the weekend. So Helen was kidnapped and being held for ransom, and you had until Sunday at noon to find her. So this set everyone off on a trail to go all around town. Now, for this first year, I did a theme that took readers to most of the key locations in the series. I can't remember who it was, so if you're on the live tonight, ding me. But somebody said they walked 8 miles, which was not at all our intention. But the whole idea was to take you to all of the locations in Ashland that have really inspired the series. So we had so much fun with that. And each location had a different poster or a clue. Diane, did you have fun with it? Did you walk 8 miles? Please tell me you didn't walk 8 miles. We loved this. I should back up though, before I even get into this piece. I think out of everything that I've experienced in my career thus far, the Ashland Mystery Fest was hands down by far the most favorite thing that I have ever experienced. And it was because of you. Like, the energy the entire weekend, it was like our cozy mystery version of a Taylor Swift concert. And I know, like, I got to stop with the Taylor thing, but it felt like the friendship bracelet vibe. Like, there was so much joy and light in town. I teared up so many times because I'd be walking to get to an event and I'd just see like this whole group of people be like, oh my gosh, it's you, and like hug and embrace in the middle of the sidewalk. And so many people who came solo and then got swept up into groups. Like, I feel like if you came solo, hopefully you had an amazing experience, because I feel like everyone just embraced each other. The town was spectacular in terms of fall. The colors were glorious. It was sunny and not too hot. Oh, there we go. That's a picture of Lithia Park. I mean, come on, look at the colors. It was just pure magic. And I feel like I'm going to tear up again. It's such a gift and a testament to the kind of people that we all are. Like, I already knew that we were all the best people because we're book people, but seeing that happen in real life was just beyond my wildest dreams. Like, so thank you from the bottom of my heart, everyone who came. And I know that you came from far, and it's not easy to get to Ashland. You have to fly into tiny Medford, and then take a little Uber from there. But hopefully it was worth it. It was the best. I'm so glad. I have some pictures coming up of you. Amy, yeah, we had the whole family, right? It's always the way the whole family travels. My dad came down, my niece, Sky Guy was there, of course, the tech guy, magical. Spencer actually made me Taylor Swift bookish bracelets. Yes, that's the best. I know. I have to take the string off, but Beach Bum Bookworm made me this magical little book ornament that's been hanging right here next to my desk as I write. I know, it was just such a delight to get to be in person and celebrate. And all of the authors who came were, I can't even tell you like how many emails and text messages, and they were the same way. They were just blown. Oh, there they all are. Look at those beauties. Everyone. And I have fangirled some of these authors for years. Like Kira Davis, I read her books when Sky Guy was in, I think, preschool. Her Sophie Cat series first came out, and I would read them when he was at swimming lessons. And this was right after my mom died. And at that point in time, like, I had no idea that I was going to go on to write a mystery. So kind of full circle to get to have her and Jen and our new debut authors and Tamra. Everyone's excited to come back. Everyone who participated just raved about the kind of readers and people they met. So that was amazing. Let's see. This was at Oberon's, which in the books is also known as Puck's. So hopefully if you attended, you had a chance to at least peek in. It's called Ashland's Most Ashlandy Bar. Is that right? Ashland's Most Ashlandish, something like that. And I'm not going to remember their actual phrase, but this is where Jules and Lance always go to have a cocktail. Of course, Lance would have his martini and go over all of the gruesome details of the case. Tech Guy, do you want to chime in here and talk about a little bit behind the scenes of what you were doing? And trying to get posters put up?
Yeah, I'm gonna switch back to this shot.
Okay.
I've got this darkness. I'm not a fan at all of the daylight savings, especially being a bike commuter. Coming home in the dark is not super fun. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So we. I am going to I'm going to do some quick on-air editing and slide me over here.
Fancy. Look at you.
Yeah, because when we go to this slide, yeah, you know what? I'll make myself smaller.
No, please, I don't need to be in. I'm like, trade me out.
So we made all these posters. We had a great time coming up with this. You wrote the mystery, and then we came up with the clues on how to get people around the town, basically, to try and solve things. And it was fun putting them up. First of all, people were asking us like, oh, what's this before it even started. But getting all of this put together was a challenge because trying to turn my light down a little bit. What did we make? We made, so these were 18 by 24 posters that we had printed, and thankfully I wanted to support the local businesses in Ashland, and there's a print shop there that I'd used multiple times in the past when we lived there. So I sent them all my files, and we had all the posters made there. And some of these posters were going to be put up outside, so I had multiples of them made, because even though I had bought sleeves to put them in so that they wouldn't get wet and everything, I thought, somebody takes one, something gets ruined, whatever. I was going to go around every day and put them up. Well, we delivered all the posters, what was that, Thursday night? Thursday afternoon.
Like we got into town and we hit the ground running. We were just like off to the races. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. All the prep work. So I went and I got them. A Street Printing in Ashland. They're probably not watching, but if they are, they did an amazing work on this stuff. So up at the Studio 10 upstairs, but we gave them to all the businesses, and then at 10 a.m. when Paddington opened Friday morning, people could start getting the first clue, the ransom note that started the whole thing.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, and people started right away at 10 a.m. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a line down the block waiting at Paddington for people to get in and get the thing. It was a near disaster, I gotta be honest. Like I had to go back and change because I had sweat through my clothes, because I went around early to make sure that all the businesses had put up the posters, and there were like 4 of the 9 posters weren't up yet, including the very first one. And so we went around. I grabbed Sky Guy. We were running back and forth. We finally, I don't know what got lost in translation or communication between managers and employees and stuff. But anyway, we got them all up except one. There was one poster that you and I delivered together, and had a great conversation with the bartender at Oberon's. And it was like, this is going to be, they were so excited. They're going to put this in the window. It's going to be so great. It was, which poster was it? I don't know if I have it actually.
It's that one,
but
right?
No, it was the one that pointed to the Mary Windsor, right?
Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm, yeah.
But anyway, we go down there, and Oberon's doesn't open until 4 p.m. The poster's not up. There's nobody around.
9:30 at this point. Yeah.
We're freaking out. So I'm running back and forth trying to figure out how to get in touch with somebody at Oberon's. And we know a lot of business owners in town. Oberon's is not one of them. But Sky Guy saved the day. He got in touch with the owner of Oberon's via Instagram. He DM'd him or her, yeah, and got in. She came down. They went through every square inch of the place. They couldn't find the poster. So the bartender that we'd given it to the afternoon before had somehow lost it, or somebody lost it. And
I think Richard Lord came and swiped it, because that poster pointed you to the Mary Windsor, and he was definitely did not want to be part of it, for sure.
Right. Yeah, that's good. I hadn't thought about that, but that's probably exactly what happened.
Definitely.
This being one of the posters that was supposed to have gone inside, I only had one of them made. So we didn't have a clue, and it was the first, second, third. It was the third clue in the hunt. So I called down to Studio 10 at A Street Printing and spoke to, I think his name was Jonathan there. And I was I told him the story in a much shorter way than I just told all of you. And he's like, no problem. I'll have it printed for you in 15 minutes. Come on down. And I went down, and he had it ready, and we just taped it to the outside of the window and saved the day. Although there were a few people who had made it that far by that point,
who were really
which was
confused.
Impressive. Yeah, they were really confused. Yeah.
Wait, am I in the right place?
But it was a lot of work. It was amazing to meet everyone. It was so much fun. But that was once that was done, then I felt good.
Yeah. Right, and we learned so many things. We just have we took copious notes on the drive home, and then I did a recap with Travel Ashland and the whole committee who helped put the event on. So we definitely have some things for next year that we will improve upon. That I think we'll have a little note with the posters. That was an oversight on my part. Because you're right. You're talking about staff members, and maybe there's like the owner who you've talked to initially, you know, like it gets lost in translation. So it was all good. And
Yeah.
I love Oberon's, and we're super excited to get to go for late night cocktails with all of the authors on Friday night. But yeah, that was a little bit of a, you have to have something, right? That
Yeah. Well, they were so nice. I mean,
were
the owner of Oberon's was so apologetic, and unfortunately, she had something to be at up in Medford right then, and she couldn't stay. But she gave Sky Guy a roll of tape and is like, just put it anywhere on the outside of the windows. It doesn't matter where, just put it anywhere, you know, and we'll make sure it stays there. So that was great.
Totally, I feel like speaks to the tone of Ashland and like the community. And I think anyone who came to the event, you got to see that in person.
Yeah.
Because I always talk about that in the book, but that's really not fictional. Like it's so true that everybody just kind of jumps in, and yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So fun. Yeah, but that was your high stress point, I would say.
That was Beth. Yeah, did we do a post-event survey? No.
Yeah, actually, Travel Ashland is working on putting one together.
Okay. Well, that's good. We hadn't. I was just going to say that was just one of many things that, you know, just putting this whole thing together and like listening to feedback and stuff. As good as this one was, like, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to talk about that, but
let's look at some other pictures first, and then
okay.
we'll get to
There's
that. Oh yeah, there's
some more posters.
It was perfect because the Oregon Cabaret was doing RO, which we got to go see on Saturday night. It was phenomenal. The lead actor, I would say, is the second best RO that I've ever seen, short of the one and only David Suchet.
Yeah. Suchet.
Yeah. He's Belgian, right? So good. So yeah, and then you get like a tiny little touch of the Elizabethan in that one. They were so gorgeous. I have a couple. I should have kept them and framed them all next year. Those are things that we learn too, but it's all good. This was the opening reception, the kickoff party at Ashland Springs. That's outside in the terrace. It's very Agatha Christie-esque, and you can just see like the night sky was beautiful. All of the authors were there. For next year, we have some ideas. Oh, look at that spread. I never even ate. I hope it was delicious. I spent so much time. It was like a wedding talking, which I was thrilled to do, but I think I ate like 2 bites of everything all weekend long. We already have some brainstorms for next year, how we will kick the kickoff up a notch and add in some other interactive features, I think, to start the kickoff. But it was lovely. You were all outside. You got a chance to meet everybody. You had to get a special sticker to go get your first clue, and then it was off to the races. Amy, was the food great? Okay, good. Yay, I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, it was just a beautiful night.
Do you want to talk about this a little bit?
Sure. I started Saturday morning off bright and early at the library because there is a professional film crew who documented the whole event. So I will be so excited to get to share that with you. I think sometime either later this year or early next year. They were so fun. And if you were in town, you probably saw them because they went and tried to capture the essence all around town. Travel Ashland hired them to document, and we'll be using this for future promotions. And it was just great. And they were hilarious too. Not hilarious, but they were so floored by the energy of everyone who they interacted with too, because I think they do a lot of professional filming gigs like this, and it's not always the kind of energy that everyone brought, which was just like chef's kiss. Come on.
Plus they had amazing equipment, so that was pretty cool.
You had equipment envy for sure.
Yeah, I did.
Right? They probably did not have a mic issue.
No, well, actually they did, which I laughed at. I mean, made me feel better about our, right? Yeah. But then it was right into panels for you.
Then it was right into panels. These were in the basement of the library, the Ashland Library, and oh my goodness, the first panel was with Chief O'Meara from the Ashland Police Department, and he needs his own show. he was phenomenal. Like, he made the whole thing. He had us rolling in laughter, talking about everything that would actually never happen at a crime scene, which was the absolute best. But he was so great about it. And then he had some really good ideas. In fact, there were quite a few writers in attendance. So I think everyone was also taking fast and furious notes about things to weave into future novels too. But he was a riot. We had so much fun with him. One of the things that I learned this year was that we packed so much in to really, like, Saturday was the full day of events. We did the kickoff party Friday night, and there were some early events on Saturday. Oh, this is Kelly. Kelly is an actress and a co-owner of Paddington Station. She was phenomenal. We gave her on the spot ways to die, and she acted each of them out just brilliantly. So much fun. But yes, what I did learn is there was so much packed into one day that it was impossible to do all of the things. So we already have some ideas for tweaking schedules. And I've already gotten so many requests from people who want a repeat of some of the panels because you just couldn't get to everything, which is great. Yeah. Tara, one of her scenes the murder takes place with a leaf blower. So Kelly had to, on the spot, figure out how she would act out a scene being murdered by a leaf blower. I mean, that was kind of the tone of the whole weekend, which I absolutely loved, and everyone nailed it. I know, right? And I mean, my stomach, my cheeks hurt. It was so great. I loved it. Kelly's death Emmeline's death by box cutter, and Angela, did she have poison? Now I can't remember. Yeah, it was great fun. What else do we have? Mr. Tech. For our Author Academy writers, we got to gather at my friend Pam's gorgeous bed and breakfast. That's the backdrop, and you can't see in this photo, but she has a beautiful view of Mount Ashland in the distance. So we had some fun drinks on her deck, and we had a couple special guests. I don't know, did you include those photos, Tech Guy?
No, I don't.
No,
I don't have those. Sorry.
We had the tech guy. We had Brian, our one and only Beth, aka Annie McEwen's husband, who is also a police officer, who gave us even more information on ways that the police may or may not handle a crime scene compared to fiction. And then my dad, aka the professor, was also there. So we had a great time getting to do that together. I know, isn't Pam's place beautiful? And Pam's such a gracious host. So it was so delightful to get to be together in person and hang out and just experience Ashland. Yeah, love it. I want to go back. Can we just all go? This is at Mix, which is the inspiration for Tort. And we had an early morning write on Sunday morning. We got up, we had pastries and coffee bright and early at the crack of dawn, like writers do. Yeah. And everyone had a free write assignment where they had to just get to the getting and scribble stuff down. It was so fun to see what people came up with. I picked a Halloween sort of theme because, Halloween was the next weekend. And everyone was so creative. I think we might have had the start for 12 more Cozy Mystery series. So stay tuned. There's lots more in the works, I have a feeling. A lot of our group that's here was there in Ashland all together. Like, I just want to hug myself. I still can't believe it's real. Oh, did you get to meet my dad, Mary? Yes, he's very formal. Every day when he was teaching high school, he would wear a tie to school every single day without fail. Brian and Annie are the best. Yeah, talk about funny. I know. Yes, Beach Bum Bookworm. Paula and Annie got to do a pop-up. Were kind enough to offer to come do a pop-up at Paddington, and it was great to get to be there for their pre-book release. They both have books coming out in 2024, so yeah, so good. What else do you have photo-wise? That was so much fun at the bakery. It was really inspiring. Yes, Anne, and yours was amazing and so clever. Everybody had good twists, too. I loved it. It was so much fun. Oh, I lost you on audio.
Oops, sorry. How's that?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Better.
that's pretty much it for photos right now. But I've been seeing some good comments in the chat about things people want to see and
Oh,
everything.
good.
Just know we can't do everything, though.
Right.
I'm just gonna set like we can raise the
We'll
bar
try.
a
We'll
little
try. We'll do
bit,
our best. But yeah.
raise it a little bit, but yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, but there will be more, and it like the dates are already set, right?
Yeah. Wait. Do you have the image that you did of our YouTubers?
Oh yes, let me go to that.
Because I have seen in the comments that
Oh, here you go.
a lot of people want even
There
more.
you go.
And we had 3 rock stars in town: Cortagonist, Intentionally Bookish Spencer, and the Beach Bum Bookworm, aka Tiffany. And all 3 of them, it was so fun because they are celebrities. Everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, I know you from YouTube." All 3 of them have done amazing recaps. So if you want to really like experience a day in the life, go to their YouTube channels and watch what they shared, because it was so fun to get to see each of them, from my lens, experience Ashland for the first time. You know, even driving into town or walking the streets, meeting for coffee, like all of the things. So I know they are the bomb, right, Annie? They're so great. And that's what I love so much about this community and the cozy world in general. Like, everybody wants to lift everybody up. Like, we want all of the authors who came also, I feel like, brought that vibe with them, that there wasn't this idea of like, oh, you know, like I'm so important or something. Like, everybody, it was a collective experience for sure.
Definitely, and I just want to second the fact that I to grab these. I didn't ask ahead of time, so Cortagonist, Intentionally Bookish, and the Beach Bum Bookworm. I grabbed these from your videos, but I just wanted to say, like, these are 3 of the most talented women. I'm just so in awe. You have to go watch their videos, not just the ones about the Ashland Mystery Fest, but all their videos. Subscribe to their channels. I'm just so impressed by how professional all your videos are. And you can tell that you're just truly having fun, and it's super cool. I just loved them.
Yeah, and everything that they collectively do to like raise up the entire book community is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they have some
Yes.
mad video editing skills that you're also jealous of.
I know that's yeah.
Right.
It's definitely they make it look easy. It's really not, but they're super talented.
Yes, so you can go to, you should go to all 3 and subscribe, and then you'll
Yeah.
watch the recap and everything else. All of the other
These are
things.
these are their YouTube handles, their usernames. By the way, just FYI, I know they're on other social media platforms too, but they might be spelled differently or have to use underscores or whatever. But anyway, check them out on YouTube first. and they'll be
YouTube it.
links. Yeah,
Definitely. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It was just amazing to see the recap, and like I said, just get to see Ashland for the first time through all 3 of their eyes too. Yeah. They are so amazing, aren't they, Mary? Yeah, like huge gratitude. Huge gratitude. Yes, Beth, go follow all 3 of them. You will love them, and you will find so many new book recommendations. Your TBR pile is going to grow instantly, will be the only con, but that's not really a con, isn't it? Sarah, I'm so glad you got to live vicariously through their vlogs. Yeah, that was the best part. And I have plans next year for that as well. So, Sonia, I'm a little biased, but yes, Beach Bum Bookworm is amazing. Yeah, right? She is. It's true. You can be biased. Yeah, absolutely. It's totally fair. I'm with you. Okay, yes. So dates are already set for next year. It will be the same weekend, although actually I should have looked it up. Let me pull up my calendar. I think that it's like slightly different in terms of when it falls. Okay, so it will. The dates will be the 18th through the 20th. Probably with a first event kicking off on Thursday the 17th, potentially. So in our recap, we all discussed on the call in Ashland, everyone in Ashland is completely in agreement with this, that events will basically take place all day Friday, all day Saturday, a goodbye brunch or some kind of like cocktails, mimosas, orange juice, coffee, farewell Sunday, so that everybody has at least half the day Sunday to travel home. Because again, I know it's not exactly just like a quick little flight to get to Ashland. So the goal will be then that there will be a couple, maybe 2 or 3 bigger panels each day, Friday and Saturday. And then the author pop-ups will be interspersed. I had a dental procedure today, so I keep getting little like chunks of the temporary glue from my crown in the back of my mouth. That's fun. As long as it doesn't pop off right now, I'll be fine. Anyway, sorry. The pop-ups will be interspersed, because the way that I scheduled it this year, I had no idea like that there would be so much interest, I guess, in the event for the first year, and everybody wanted to go to everything, which I absolutely love. So the vision will be that author pop-ups will be intermixed with the panels. I already know that a number of authors who came this year have already committed to coming back next year. Everyone had so much fun that we have been already brainstorming and planning and ideas for more murder mystery dinners. I think a few of the authors are going to team up and write those. A collective group of us working on a new interactive mystery that will be even bigger and better. Yeah, like it's just going to be incredible. So if you didn't have a chance to come this year, mark your calendar, like circle that weekend in October, because it's happening again. And there will be other authors in addition to this year's authors coming. So we're going to be able to add more authors and bring back everyone who wanted to participate from this year again. Yeah. If my crown comes off, you can use super glue. Is that right, Julie? Or is that Jody? Can you just literally super glue it back in place? Is that safe? You just like get a little glue and okay, good to know. I'll keep super glue on hand. Yeah. Hopefully it won't. I'm not going to put energy into it, but I did just like, I think, swallow a little piece of temporary cement. No big deal. Fine. Totally fine. What else? Just like so many people to thank, like all of the authors, Ashland, the entire community. Paddington Station went above and beyond. They were baking recipes from the book all weekend long. And you know, you could just like keep going upstairs to the kitchen and you're like, oh, what's on the menu at Tort today? We've got lemon blueberry muffins, and now we have pumpkin bars, and next it's tropical cookies. So that was just amazing. And they hosted a number of the author pop-ups. They're all in. They want to do even more next year too. The cabaret will have another mystery going. So yeah, all of the things. I can't believe it. It was so much fun. I have a lengthy list of authors who want to come. So now it's going to just be a matter of like managing growth, really, is the truth of the matter, which is a great problem to have. So yeah, stay tuned. The goal will be that hopefully Annie, wasn't Paddington amazing? Yeah. They made muffins for your pop-up. I know, they're so sweet. They're just the absolute best. And they've been gushing about you all too. They're so thrilled. The goal will be that hopefully like within the next month, like by early December, if not first thing in January, we'll have like solid info on the authors who are coming, some firm, those dates, they're there, like they're booked. Ashland Springs is ready. Like everybody's ready for those dates next year. The Winchester, I didn't get to make it to the Winchester dinner, but I want to go. I wanted to go just for the panna cotta eyeball, like that alone. Come on.
Actually, if you watch the videos by any of these, I know it was. I can't remember if it was in multiple, but it's in at least one of the recaps for sure.
For sure.
Yep.
Anyway, I am hoping that we'll have like the final list of authors and the rough event schedule ready to go. And we learned so much too this year in terms of hotel packages and everything like that from the Travel Ashland Chamber side. So they're working on that because I didn't have any part of that, of course. So yeah, working on getting the word out earlier to the local businesses, so we have more people participating in town. We've talked about, instead of a pub crawl, maybe it's like a torque crawl where you go from restaurant to restaurant and everybody's making a different recipe from the books. There are tons of ideas getting tossed around. But for those of you who attended, or those of you who want to attend next year, I'd love any thoughts and suggestions that you have. Like, keep sending them our way. Like the tech guy said, I can't promise that they'll all happen, but I'll definitely try. And the goal will be that every year, it's just a way to like come have a cozy escape-ish weekend together, and meet some of your favorite authors, your favorite vloggers, your favorite reader friends, all of the things together. So yeah, it was incredible. Let's see. Next week, did you do a slide for this? We didn't even talk because we were in tech issues. Oh yeah, look at you. Next week we have book club. So if you haven't read the books yet, or one or the other, you have a week to get it done. My book is Apples Never Fall. And the tech guy's book is
John Dies at the End.
John Dies at the End, which is also a movie, right? So you could cheat and watch the movie if you wanted to.
Could cheat, yeah.
You could cheat. Mm-hmm. That covers some
I know. There's that and this.
Yes, Apples Never Fall. I cannot wait to talk about this one with you all. Can't wait. If you've already read it, we must discuss, because wow. There will be spoilers though. So if you come, just know you might learn a spoiler. That's the caveat for next week. And then save the date for November 28th. I can't tell you why. I can't tell you what. I will just tell you that I've been working on a very special holiday surprise for you, because I love and adore you and this community so much. Will I ever do it again? I don't know. It's my own like version of NaNoWriMo, sort of. I'll say that much. So circle November 28th on your calendar, because something is coming at you. That's all I have to say. What else? Anything that I've forgotten, Mr. Tech?
No, I heard you mention Christmas though, so
Did I mention Christmas?
I gotta add a little like merry music.
I don't remember talking about Christmas, other than saying it was too early for Smith to be totally decked out for the holidays. But
No, you said holiday surprise, not Christmas, I guess. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a bonus holiday surprise in December too. So many fun things. Well, as always, it's so great to see everyone on a dark Tuesday night. Thanks for bringing the light. Thanks for being the best.
It's very dark.
It's very dark. I know. I'm looking out. It's all dark. The sky's dark. I see nothing.
Yeah.
Thanks for being the best people on the planet. Thanks to everyone who was able to come do Ashland together with us. I hope more people can come next year, and we'll also keep trying to figure out ways that, there could be some online element of it too. That's on my list. That's definitely on my list. But
Well, you put that on my list, so.
Yeah, well, it's on your list. Yeah, right. It was fair. You didn't do anything else, so
Right. No, I actually wanted to say thank you too for everyone that came. It was amazing meeting everyone, and it's just so wonderful to see so many people get excited about books. Super fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, on that note, happy reading, and we'll see y'all in a week.
All right. Bye.